Hello, welcome. This is Mr. Golias, and this is the Google Classroom Tour. You've made it to your classroom. I'm using first period, which is a 7th grade class, as the demo. You're going to notice that things have changed a bit on the Google Classroom. Anytime I post anything, it will now show up in the stream. But the main section where you're going to use the most is in the Classwork section, which didn't even exist before. And you notice they changed students to people. But in Classwork, you'll notice like the tour you're watching right now is here. It will replicate and it'll show up in the stream as well. But we're going to use the Classwork section much more now. The other thing that's new is what they're calling topics. So you'll notice, especially for first rotation, I'm going to use the topics a ton because there isn't a resources page, or which we used to use an about tab. It's gone. So I'll be using this. So questions of the day, each day they're just going to add on and they'll all be in one section. It should be much nicer for you. Now when you click on it, at first it's going to look all crazy like this. But if you click on the view question and actually go to it, it will be numbered and it'll be easier to see. So that should make that a little bit easier. So when we're back in Classwork, so those will add in each day. So if you're behind, you'll just go team challenges. We're actually going to start with one. One thing you'll notice on my end, it shows up right now in period 1. If you were in the stream for period 1, or even in your classwork, it won't show up until I put assignments. So don't be surprised if team challenges and your IT slides aren't showing up right now. Now I try to put the word resource for things like the agenda, which is different for 7th and 8th grade. We'll do very different things. So here's the 7th grade one and what we're doing on Friday in 7th grade. Here's the 8th grade one, what we're doing. You'll also notice in the daily agenda, as we hit slides, like let's say we go to this slide, the day 4, it's got a weird date. This is from last rotation. If you're looking at an agenda with the wrong day, you may want to ask some questions and just make sure we're going to get there. That means I haven't gone through it yet and I haven't decided if there's any changes that need to be made. So when you see a date like that, just be careful. I'm pretty certain this is what day 1 through 3 will look like, but we'll always talk about it and you'll always see it up on the whiteboard as well, confirming that's exactly what we are going to do. So the daily agenda is there, so if you're ever out of class, you just can click on this and you'll find out exactly what we did. You can do the work on class online and show up the next day and it's like you didn't even miss class most of the time. Genius Hour directions are here. It's very different. One difference in 7th grade, students make websites. In 8th grade, we're learning how to do audio recordings and podcasts and all kinds of stuff. So either way, when you click on any item, then the resources are there and you can click on it and the slides will appear. So yes, I like to post everything ahead of time. So these are things we may not get to for 7 weeks from now, but you have all the information right from the start. And the same is true with the rubrics. So everything you're going to be graded on this rotation, it's all in these rubrics right here. And if you wanted to get into a specific one, like maybe the graphic design, you're curious about that rubric, you click on it. There's the rubric for 7th grade, and eventually it will pop up like so. And there you go. There's the rubric that we use. And you'll also see that it has the directions for the 7th grade pre-assessment, which we will be doing this week as well. So everything is there. The people, this is where we're going to have the students listed. Your parents are going to have access to this. And every rotation, I'm going to change the codes on these two. But you get the idea. That's how we get into the Google Classroom. This is how we navigate it. The stream, I'll post announcements. The classwork is the heart of it. And the people is just where our students are. All right, I hope this is helpful. And we'll get started right after this.